that is the truth, then your work must stop.
Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Pan and also welcome to you, my dear. My first love, Master of Magic. As you noticed perhaps from the introduction screen, this game was released in 1995, and at that time I was a strapping young lad at the age of 13, though I believe I discovered this a little bit later. But this was the game that introduced me into strategy video gaming. This was the game that introduced me into fantasy. This was and always shall be my first great love. This was the game that came out back in the day on 7 floppy disks and required so much space and of the operating system that I had to ask my dad to alter our 286 to have an alternative startup method just to play this game. It is the first game I ever brought a laptop with me on a holiday to play. This is Master of Magic. So what is Master of Magic? Master of Magic is civilization meets magic. So it is definitely a good fit for our channel. For this channel, even if it is a little bit of a golden oldie, but even now, more than 20 years later, I can tell you it still has a large fan base. And how many of us did not wish for a Master of Magic 2? But unfortunately, the creators of it's also Masters of Orion 2, lovely games, they kind of messed up Master of Orion 3, and as it flopped so greatly, we never had our Master of Magic 2. Oh, how our hearts cry out. But nonetheless, here we're going to play Master of Magic. I know it's a little bit of an oldie. I know it's not very typical in that sense for my channel, but well, I also have to admit I tried Total War Warhammer, and although it runs at the highest settings on my computer, it cannot record, but I can always trust on my good old Master of Magic. Oh, sorry, mouse little issue. Because I am using here a DOS box as a DOS simulator, otherwise I could not play this game. So, we're going into a new game, and I'm going to play on hard, not impossible, which I have beaten, but to be honest, but that requires some trickery, and here I have a little bit more room. Besides, it's been a long time since I played this. Furthermore, 4 opponents, large map size, and powerful magic. This is the hardest setting I can do. And here we can have all kinds of wizards and sorceresses who we can play as. And as you may notice, there are some different spell books under each name. And they determine what type of magic they can cast and how high their mastery is in it. For instance, this guy, Tauron, as you can see, has all kinds of small little fireballs. That's what they're supposed to represent, at least that's what I think, as his spell books. And then he has Chaos Mastery. This fireball is chaos magic. It's a very strong offensive magic. But, and he has Chaos Mastery, so I can tell you he is good at casting those. But you can also switch it up, for instance, like Merlin here, a Sage Master, and having Life Magic and Nature Magic, or Raven, who has no special ability, but has all kinds of life and illusion magic. And so we have all kinds of abilities we can choose. And we are going to create a custom one, and I am going to choose to look as Ryak, because Ryak has kind of a cool looking portrait in my opinion, and I also, if I recall correctly, his music wasn't too lousy. I could have actually changed my name, I just realized. Can we skip back? Game? Yes, we can. So, if we are this guy, and we do not want to be called Ryak, but we want to be called something a little bit more imposing. You know what? I'm going to be the greatest. Magnus. Not sure if that's really awfully sounding. Not really, huh? Magnus the Greatest. It's cool, but it doesn't really sound evilish. Magnor. Let's go with that. Whatever. So, Magnor. I do like me a little bit of death magic. You can get some very interesting things with that, but what I more want is some of these abilities over here. Because something that is much greater in this game that isn't in Civilization is the fact that you want to conquer one map? We can conquer 2 maps. We don't care. But in order to start with that, we're going to start as a Miran. We're going to start on the Miran plane. If I hover over this, I believe... Oh, no, click on the right one. Wizards begin the game in a city on the Mirror instead of Arcanus. Yes, we have 2 planes. And the Mirror wizards start with one of the unusual races. Beastmen, Dark Elves, Draconians, Dwarf, and Trolls. And in addition, the Wizard Fortress generates 5 additional mana. The Miran specials cost 3 picks. That's a lot of picks. So, a lot less magic. And what I also like, however, is Warlord. That means we have very little magic at our disposal. Alright? We can just see what we want to go to. We can go to Infernal Power. Increases the power and pacifying effects of the wizards obtained from shrines and cathedrals. Nah. Artificer is also a really nice one. Because Artificer, you can create games. Reduces the cost of making magical items by 50%. That is really, really good as well. And I do like a little bit of Sorcery. I don't know if 1 pick is good enough, though. If I start as this, by the way, now you can say you have very, very little magic, and you would be absolutely correct. But there is a chance that we will find some additional books once we search around in all the dungeon crawls that we can do with heroes. Because yes, the game also includes that. I kind of want to be a little bit more focused on depth. I don't know exactly anymore what the weaknesses are. Free comments. Yeah, not exactly what I would like to see. Okay, hold on. I'll change a little bit of the picks around. Warlord, Miran, Artificer, a little bit less death magic and a little bit more illusion magic. I like me Darkness because I think that's the one that makes you sleep entirely, yeah? Drapes a shroud of darkness over the entire battlefield, inspiring creature to death, gains 1 point in each attack. Creatures of life, no, that's the wrong one. Oh, Black Sleep, that's it. If the target unit fails to resist at the -2, all creatures within are thrust into a deep sleep. Unit is unable to take any actions and any attacks on the unit automatically do maximum damage. Oh, so awesome. Cloak of Fear surrounds the target unit with a fear-inspiring aura. Anytime the unit attempts to engage in melee combat with a cloaked unit, they must first try to overcome their fright on a per-figure basis before they can attack a counterattack. Why do they say on a per-figure basis? Because each unit has several people in it. It's not just, hit. No. There are people in the units. And you will see them. Wait, what? Yes. You heard me correctly. Although it is Civilization, the battles in this game are far, far better. Dark Ritual, that's increases unrest. I don't like that. Weakness I do think I like. Saps of Strength, yeah, -2. To all attacks. Though I do think, if I remember, ghouls were not bad. Yeah, they serve as raises another one. Light Drain also isn't bad. Siphons life from a target unit and gives it to the spellcaster or hero convert. Yeah, it's good for a hero, but not really for a... And by the way, the picks that I'm making here are books that I am assured that I will see these spells. All the other ones, I'm not guaranteed to see these spells. Oh yeah, Mana Leak, that's a good one. All enemy spellcasters are drained 5 mana each combat turn. This includes the opponent wizards you are currently battling. Additionally, all units with magical range attacks lose 1 spell shot each turn. Nice! And yes, we can get 1 pick here from this, which it will be Confusion as the spell. And these are all the races we can pick. We can pick a Barbarian. These are the Arcadian races, these are the Miran races. We start as a Miran, so I'm definitely going to go with a Miran race. But let me just go with you through the races of the Arcadian. Barbarians, they grow very fast and may not build a certain few buildings, which means they don't have crazy amounts of strong units. But something that's not noted here, which they do have, which is amazing, is that they can throw weapons. They have thrown weapons, which means they can attack flying units. All of them, which is nice. Gnolls I don't really like. They cannot build a lot, and their special units I don't think are that great, to be honest. So I'm not very much a fan of this race. Halflings, an additional food created by the halflings by every farmer. Besides, they have the luck ability, meaning they have a 10% extra chance when you create a unit to actually hit when it should have been a miss. Amazing! Halflings, very nice. High Elf, if you want a little bit of extra power, but trust me, we have also Dark Elf. High Men, they may not build fantastic stables, which means they don't have a flying unit, but they have some very, very nice top units. Klakon, as you can see, cannot build a lot at all. And if your capital raises Klakon, unrest by Klakon cities is reduced by -2. Wow. Less unrest, more working force, which is also really good, and they have a nice cavalry unit. So Klakon is something I do like. Lizardmen, once again, they have a nice unit, but cannot build as much. I prefer Klakon over Lizardmen, though I have to admit Lizardmen can all swim. So that's their bonus as well. And then plus 50% trade bonus for the nomad people. More or less make your money. And then you have the orcs, which can build anything. Yes, the orcs are the best builders in this game. Don't ask. Then we have beastmen. Beastmen receive half a power per population and may not build fantastic stable or shipyards. They have some decent units, but I'm not crazy about them. The Dark Elves, they grow very slowly and may not build certain things. But yeah, they have the inner ability to magically fire against any opponent. Any and every opponent. That's amazing. Draconians cannot build a lot, but they receive also power per population, which is what you need in order to do magical research, have magic on the battlefield available, what have you not. And they can fly and have fire breath. Yes, these are dragons. Then we have dwarves. Double the special mining bonuses from our tiles that we can build on, and once again free production per worker. So more or less they are a little bit like the Klakon in their production, but they make a lot of money, and the Klakon can have a little bit less unrest. And then we have trolls. Trolls of regeneration. That is also magnificent. Like, godsend. If these guys, for instance, a Dark Elf shoot at you, and you are a troll, you're just gonna wait a few turns, stay at the back, and just heal up whatever they shot at you. Personally, therefore, I do like the trolls a lot. I like the Dark Elves a lot. I am not crazy about the beastmen, their units. Dwarves have a few interesting units for sure. But, well, you have to have the right towns nearby if you really want to have maximum of their ability. And Draconians can be really amazing simply for the fact that they fly. So I can make dragons. But I think I'm going to be... I'm wondering, Dark Elves, Trolls, or Draconian. Almost should have had a sort of a poll, right? I know that a lot of people wouldn't mind seeing flying units. By the way, these races are powerful. They have powerful abilities, as you can hear. That's what you're paying for with the Miron. Also, most of the time, you don't meet as many wizards on this side than on the other side. But some of these races, trust me, they can fight toe-to-toe with these guys and have no problem. You know what? Dragons get a lot of love, Dark Elves get a lot of love. We're gonna beat a plan. We're gonna go with Trolls, and this is gonna be my flag. Let's build the worlds. Actually, I should have gone with green, probably, huh? Green for Trolls. Oh well. I don't know why, but DOSBox, you can hear a little bit of sound perhaps in the background, but it's now building the worlds, and in a moment we will actually enter the game proper. It's a dark screen for now. I don't know why it does that. It's just for the first episode. There we are. We are in Erfurt. Our starting location is kind of shite, to be honest. But we're just gonna have to live with it. Oh! And by accident I hit the movement key, and thus I already went out immediately. Phantom Warriors, also amazing spell. Weakness. Yeah, I boo-booed here. You guys can stay over here and patrol. and you guys are gonna move away. And unfortunately, because of the next return, I by accident gave some extra growth. But this is our town. This is the hamlet of Erfurt. And what I can do now is change and tell them to build something else. Like, for instance, a granary, additional food, and extra people. I like to build granary first, and then I like to go into a shrine. Because most of the times, you see that these people, almost every race, they get a little uppity. They get a little uppity, and when they grow to 5. I should actually do that also with my keyboard, because next turn can just be done with the N key. For instance, if I go over here, and I hit next turn, boop. And here is an independent town, and it are dwarfs. And they have a swordsman. I don't think I can handle that right now. I only have a single swordsman myself. I do have regeneration. And this is gonna be an amazing town, because they have so much gold nearby. By the way, this is my town's field of where they can work, and special bonuses are applied. Though I think you officially need to be on the element to get it. I'm not even sure anymore. As you notice, I have one move, but as I move, well, no movement is taken away from me. Why is that? Well, in Mirren, these roads are magical. Wow, okay, that's gonna be a problem. This is an independent city, and they already have halberds. Halberds are pretty powerful units. It's a tier up on what I have over here, and conquering them is gonna be difficult, and they will be sending troops towards me. You can die. Unlike civilization, the neutral cities, they are a risk. Then again, you don't have barbarians here. So, we do have 2 cities nearby though, which means we can grow very, very fast if we go a little bit militaristic. Which I probably want to go and do. Yeah, I'm probably going to, I had to let that music play for a moment, because it's just too amazing. So what I can do now is, as you can see, I have 110 people now growth. However, I need to pay only 1 food per unit. That's their upkeep. But now I can do this, and all of a sudden we have an amazing amount of growth. So let me just see how much it costs for me to build a shrine. 17 turns. So yes, we're gonna build that right now, because they're going to get uppity. They're going to do that, and our growth will be fine nonetheless. And in case you're wondering, yeah, I think it's F5 if I remember correctly. Nope, that's the wrong one. I can also just do it like this. I can go to the surveyor. It's apparently F1. I totally forgot. Here you have half a food and +3 production when you build on a hill, but reduction of unit cost by 5%. And here you can see all kinds of interesting things you can get. +1 gold power, +3 gold, +3 gold. I do hope the city is making use of that. I can't remember if it does, or that you really have to build on the specific square. But we are already losing 1 gold, sorry. That's not too much of a problem. Why is that not much of a problem? The fact of the matter is that if I would produce it like this, we have 2 food. 2 foods is always converted to 1 gold. So, in a sense, we can pay for the granary, it is just a little bit different. And as you can also see, I could also put a waiting system in there. Just tell my unit where to go, and here I am. And I don't know why, but I just remembered he seems to float a little bit, the guy. But I also remember with Phantom Warriors, if we have that, we probably can kill those dwarves. Also, I didn't set my power. I've done that. It's been a long time. I first want to generate... I don't care about skill. Sorry, I don't care about skill. So I'm gonna drop that low, and 8 of my 10 power is now put into research, where 2 of my power is formed into creating mana, so that I can cast whatever the heck I want. I want a little bit of mana increase, because with the... Oops. I hate it when sorry, I hit the wrong key. explaining things and playing games is hard. You would expect after 2 years of YouTube I kinda know what I'm doing, but apparently I'm still somewhat of a nincompoop of that. 11 turns. Actually, I'm gonna return, because that dwarven village is something I desperately would like to grab. Here. If we go to 5th, and there it is, there's a rebel. Rebels just don't produce anything. They cannot be taxed, don't produce anything, so that's why I desperately need that shrine. What I also could try to do is calm them down by putting my swordsman in there. And I'm going to go for that dwarven villages anyway very soon. It's also a bit annoying that we just don't have a port. And now, voila, all of a sudden they're willing to work. So I'm going to patrol here for a moment, and we're gonna quickly go through the turns. This is a slow start, I have to admit. But it will work. 3 more turns and we can buy it now. So yes, I'll buy it. And I don't think the spearman is enough. I hope they just kept their own... Oh, there's already an enemy unit coming to me. Another dwarf. And there we have some phantom warriors. Light rain, summon hero, psionic blast. Dark rituals. I guess I'm gonna go for dark rituals. This unit is definitely gonna come and fight me. So we're going to have to patrol a little bit around here. I'm gonna create another swordsman. And we're gonna use that in order to fight to go to the dwarves. Are you a stack of 1, please? Yes, you are a stack of 1. Now, he's probably going to attack me. So we're just gonna stay here for a moment. Voila. And this is the combat screen. This is my town. You can get city walls to defend behind, which will only be surrounding this area, by the way. But we can walk wherever we want, and we can tell them to attack whatever we want. This is all possible. My skill, unfortunately, is currently 11, so I can create phantom warriors, which I will do. If only just to show it off. Nope. And as you can see, I can move wherever the heck I want. Move up. Move up. I'm gonna say I'm done, because I want them to move into us. I should have actually moved this little sideway. Wait with the spearman and... Whoop! What is the matter? Why does this guy with 3 attack and 0 defense kill so many halberdiers? Well, let's look at the units. Hey, it's non-corporal, so it can pass through anything. It doesn't really matter. It's poison immunity, okay. It's stone immunity and it's death immunity, okay. But the main thing, it's illusionary. Illusionary attacks allow the attacking units to ignore the defender's armor entirely. So these dwarves here with 3 armor, well, too bad for you. We just did a number on them. I'm actually going to move you guys over here and going to move you over here so that we can attack with us 2 and start with the swordsman. There we go. And beaten. That gives me enough confidence that I actually think we might be able to handle 2 swordsmen. We do have some experience. Yeah, let's go. Let's try. Because our economy is shite right now. Oh, they're already sending another halberdiers. Well, this is us on the offense. Let's see if we can make it. So, yeah, we have some experience under us, because also experience is part of this game. Another good thing about regeneration is that not only do I gain hit points during battle, if the unit was destroyed but its side was victorious, the unit will come back to life, completely healed. And it is also completely healed at the end of combat. So, you can even let a unit die in. It don't matter. Yes, regeneration is really freaking nice. So, airfood grew to a population of 6. Alrighty then. You guys are building an additional swordsman. I'm still thinking that is okay. Because I need some protection also in the hometown. Because you can see how many raiders are present. I should have checked. Oh shoot, that's way too many. I'm an idiot. I can't create Phantom Warriors though. And they're doing stupid, so I'm just gonna stand over here. Because this guy, because he was on the road, moves a little faster. So, congratulations, you're just moving in to the death zone. This is fine. I'm gonna click on you, and I'm going to initiate the attack with you. And Phantom Warriors. Ooh. It's not going as well as... You're an experienced guy, that's part of the problem. Alright. Ah, they moved back. Nice for us. But I'm gonna move back as well. Why am I doing that? Well, regeneration, once again. There's our 4 troll back. And hit... Oh, another experienced troop here. They have large shield, by the way. Doesn't help. It's 2 defense against range attacks. We don't have range attacks. Besides, large shield on a dwarf? Look at them! They're tiny! If you look at us, it's trolls! Man, we're huge. Which, by the way, therefore it's kind of funny that we're facing dwarves so many. I do hope that we will be facing also the other races. Draconian, the Dark Elf. Sometimes you are unlucky, you will not face any of those. And you do kind of want all of them present. If only for the fun of it. I need to be careful here what I do. Because you won't stand too many attacks, so let's go there. Let's go there. Yeah, expected. But I'm going to be, strangely enough, a little bit cowardice with my trolls. And move over there. Voila. And move back. And regeneration is going to give us the victory. We're also going to attack because we have a 6 attack. Trolls have a mighty amount of attack. Who would have funked it? There we go. Do you wish to completely destroy the city? Absolutely not. We've gained 1 fame and 21 gold pieces were looted. Now, unfortunately, they're not too happy about being conquered. Gee, wouldn't you know it? Luckily, they will indeed generate all the income of this area around here. So you can see all of a sudden our income has boosted massively. So that is a big ass bonus for us. Look at that. And these guys have grown even. So I would assume the amount of halberdiers have grown as well. We can check that, however. And also moving out of the city, we can check. Yeah, now there are 2 people pissed off. So that's also because we're playing on hard and because they're dwarves. Almost all the races here, they're pretty tough to take under control, and these are way too many halberdiers for me to handle. So we're gonna go back into that city, and we're going to nicely keep this these dwarves under control. Having at least 1 worker here will allow us, even if we move out, to have, thanks to the shrine that we're building over here, as it reduces unrest by 1 level, to be a working city. That is always good. Well, that was the first episode of Master of Magic. I showed you a little bit of the magic, showed you a little bit of the combat, showed you what this game is about, and I hope you are interested for it. If you like Civilization, then this is for you. If you like a little bit of fantasy, could definitely be for you. I've chosen the dark side of things. We're not on the bright side. We're playing as a troll, and I am the wizard that controls them. I have taken over these dumbfounded creatures, and they were amazed by my power, and as such, I am now their leader, Magnor. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.